Hey, what's up, guys? So I know I haven't made a video in a long time, but don't worry. Got a lot of videos on the way, a lot of tutorials, projects, experiments, all that good stuff. It's coming. But what I wanted to do in this video is just give you a quick update as to what I've been up to, what's on my bench, what's been keeping me busy for these last few weeks. And some of you might find this kind of video interesting. If not, go ahead and hit the back button and just wait for the tutorials to come out. But yeah, if you're interested, let's take a look at the bench and I'll show you kind of what I've been up to. Okay, so as many of you already know, I've been working as an engineer for a design services company now for a few years. Well, a few months back, I actually branched off and started my own design services company called KD Circuits. And it's been going great and just been having a ton of fun doing that. And I actually talked to one of my clients today about a project that I've been working on and got permission to just show you the board here that I designed. And this is a really cool project. So this is a board I designed that sits on top of the Raspberry Pi 3, and it communicates down to the Raspberry Pi 3 via an Arduino here on the board, and there's a lot of sensors hooked up to this and a lot going on here, big beefy power supply. So I actually designed all of the hardware you see here, and of course wrote the Arduino code, the Raspberry Pi code, the GUI code for the touchscreen, and this has just been an awesome project. So this is just one example of something that I've taken on through KD Circuits, and of course, I've learned a lot with this as well. As you might have noticed that I don't do a lot of Raspberry Pi videos. Well, this was an opportunity for me to really dive in and learn the Raspberry Pi, so you can look forward to a few of those tutorials as well coming. So anyway, yeah, design services has just been great. It's like, it's like taking those tutorials to the next level. Now I can work directly with people and companies watching my videos and jump in and help you out and get you unstuck with whatever project you're working on. So the other thing that's been really keeping me busy is products. Now, I was inspired a while back when I made some videos on Bluetooth low energy. So I'm always making my own boards up for little things. So like when I find like a part that's really cool, or maybe there's a board I really like, but it doesn't have everything that I need, I'll go out and design my own board, get them made up, and then I've got them, right? So when I made videos on Bluetooth low energy, I designed a little board for a part that I love. It's a little Anarin module here, and it's Bluetooth low energy. It's got it's got a ton of horsepower for your code. It's got GPIO, all the communication interfaces you could ever want. Easy to program, auto-generated app code, all kinds of cool stuff. And trust me, I'll be making a lot more videos with this part. But anyway, the reason those videos inspired me was because I was making those videos, and I made this board, but nobody else really had access to the board, so I kind of felt bad. And that's the reason why I decided to spin up a couple hundred of these and make them available for sale. So I spent a whole bunch of time evaluating distributors, and I found one that I really like. And these are now available for sale, and there's some information in the description below, and you can check it out. So there's not a lot of information on the board right now, but a lot of stuff coming. You're going to see a lot of videos. So the reason I'm making this video now is to kind of introduce these products and get them out there so they're available before I make those videos. And to go with this board, of course, is my own, my own USB to serial converter. So let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit here. This is my own USB to serial converter. Now it's an FTDI breakout essentially, and it follows the standard 6-pin interface. But all of the other FTDI breakouts out there didn't quite have everything that I needed. So first off, I always want to go with an FTDI USB to serial converter, because when I'm working on my projects, I don't have time to screw around with drivers and troubleshoot this part. I'm working on my project over here, and I don't want to be messing around with anything over there, just on getting basic USB to serial conversion going. The board also gives you jumpers, so you can select whether or not you want 5 volts or 3.3 volts to your target project, or whether or not you want to apply power from the USB out to your project, so you can supply 5 volts or 3.3 volts to your project via the USB interface. And of course, this has a micro USB. Let me grab a cable here. This has a micro USB connector on board, heavy duty, 4-post through hole, so it's not going to break off or anything like that. And plugs in just like that. Rock solid USB connection there. I like these nice flexible nylon cables. And of course, you get LEDs on there as well, a power LED, TX LED, RX LED, true level conversion there as well. So you have true 5 to 3.3 or 3.3 to 5 volt on there as well. So anyway, more information on that as well. And then the other thing too I started working on, and this was kind of cool actually. I started a little Patreon page, you know, just to kind of help support the YouTube channel here, and it's been going great. And then I was thinking, you know, I'm always spinning these boards up, and I always have spares of these boards. So I started something called the Bear Board Club, and that's been going quite well. And so I designed this little cheater board here, which is nothing more than just a little AVR breakout board. And of course, I also made this for sale as well. And it basically just, you know, it shows you all of the pinouts here alongside the AVR, tells you what the Arduino compatible pin is, so digital pin 0, digital pin 1, and so on, but also the native AVR pinout. So like if you're looking for like a timer pin or something like that, this is just a nice quick reference to see which those pins are, and you probably won't be able to see that on the camera. But when it's all assembled, looks like this. And then my USB to serial converter again is compatible with that, and you can program it. So I'll be making some videos on that as well. And this has been featured in some of the other videos. In fact, I've got something here on my bench here that I've been tweaking with it's been sitting here kind of as a background project, but I picked up some of these little piezo transducers here, and these are the kind that are used in those little diffuser humidifier looking things that, you know, they mist out. So this is actually a mister piezo, and I've been trying to make like an Arduino controlled mister. And anyway, so you can look out for that video if I ever get that project working. And then also I'm going to use this board for continued low power videos. So like the NRF 24L01 Plus, I have made a little RF board that plugs on top of this that you know, is a nice, quick, easy way to interface an Arduino project to that wireless module. And I'll be making some videos on low power wireless here soon, so look for that. The other Bear board too that I resurrected was the ultimate prototyping board here. So you might remember the old board I made, and I've done probably, I don't know, 20 projects or so on the ultimate prototyping board. And this is again an Arduino compatible board. After, you know, you get the ATmega 328P-PU on there and program it with the Arduino bootloader. Then you can program it straight from the Arduino IDE. And this is nice because it allows you to take your project off of, let me grab something here, off of your breadboard like this, and then this board takes care of all of the things, you know, that are consistent with all of your projects, you know, like your microcontroller, the crystal, different power supply stuff, programming, all of that kind of stuff is consistent. And then over here is for your own custom circuit. So anyway, this was for some kind of relay input control board. I can't even remember what this project was for, but when that board is fully assembled, it looks something like this. And this is version 2.0 of the board, which adds a lot of new features to it. So a big, hefty switch there. We've got jumpers here to let you select which rail you want to use for which. So which rail you want to source power to the micro versus the other voltage. All those kinds of things. Check out the wiki for more information. So this board turned out great. And yeah, so, oh, by the way, on that I actually have a little setup here. So with the Bluetooth module here, this is actually my production test bed here. So every single board that comes through that I sell, I actually fully test out to make sure that I can program it. Obviously, I have a more controlled environment for this sort of stuff. You know, I've got the anti-static precautions and everything like that. But this is my breadboard that I use to test every single Bluetooth module. So I make sure that I can program it. It takes a program, and that every pin is actually connected and working. So here's an example. So I actually connect to it through Bluetooth, and I made this very simple app here. Hopefully you can kind of see that. It's a single button. When you press the button, it just runs through and turns on all of the LEDs. So I have just so many cool projects kind of in the queue for this Bluetooth module. So we're going to talk about obviously device or mobile device to Bluetooth. So or mobile device to your project device, I guess you could call it. We're going to talk about device to device communication. We're going to talk about beacon technology and turning this into a beacon. So a lot of different things there to talk about. In fact, I've got this other project I've been working on with this module to make a solar powered pool water temperature monitoring system, so that at any time I can check the temperature of the pool outside. So a lot of cool things coming up. Just wanted to give you a quick update. I think that's everything. This is kind of a rapid fire video, but yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming. Make sure that you check out the description below for all of these different links. And now when you see these new videos coming out, they'll make more sense because there's going to be a lot of videos. So there you go. Thanks for watching.